How did you get in here? Surprised you haven't been found yet. Well, do you want to hear a story? Take a seat. We're about to start. Today we are reading Stephen King's Creepshow, also a George Romero film. The first story, Father's Day.
Greetings, kiddies, and welcome to the first issue of Creepshow, the magazine that dares to answer the question, who goes there? I'm the Creep, and I will be your guide on this journey into fear. Our first stop, the parlor of the Grantham house. You'll like the Granthams, kiddies. They're the kind of people who steal candy from a baby, then lace it with arsenic and feed it to the dog. But read on. You'll get to meet them soon enough.
Do you think she'll really be out, Aunt Sylvia? Oh, you could set your watch by her 4 o'clock on the dot. Pass the scones, Cass, you're such a hog. You married a hog, Henry. You know that, don't you? Will who be out, Cass? You mean Cass hasn't told you about Dottie, old great Aunt Bedelia, the patriarch of the clan? Isn't she the one who was supposed to have killed her father? Yes. Supposed to have bopped the old poop with an ashtray. He was the real patriarch, Richard. Made all the money, didn't he? And if that doesn't qualify him for patriarch status, nothing does. Nathan Graham, Bedelia's father, was older than God, but the old fart simply would not die. Bedelia was acquitted, you know, Henry. It's Hank, Aunt Sylvia. Can't you remember that? Of course family should have at least one skeleton in its closet. Don't you agree, Henry? However, it happened, Hank. The old man deserved to die. He was a monster, and if she did kill him, I say more power to her. Bravo.
Say, kiddies, isn't that the fabled Aunt Bedelia herself pulling up as her grateful family discusses her? Not driving any too straight either, but then...
He simply would not die, Henry, and the abuse Bedelia took, well, according to the story, he was hysterically jealous of her all of his life.
Maybe you can see why.
The complete Freudian relationship. He had a stroke, and she got to nurse him full time. Then she met a man, a real September courtship. September courtship? That was October, or November, at the very least. Maybe the night before Christmas. Never mind, dears. The point is, Henry, she loved the man, and Nathan had him killed. He supposedly died in a hunting accident. That's what's on the book anyways. For Bedelia, it was the last straw. She split his head open with a glass ashtray. This very one, so rumor has it. You can see Henry, Richard, and Cass have a great talent for spending the money Nathan made, and Nathan would not indulge either of them. But Aunt Bedelia solved that problem, and every Father's Day she comes up here and visits Nathan's grave, then dines with her grateful kinfolk. While you're at it, Aunt Sylvia, why not tell Hank about your summer home in Bermuda, your place in Rome, or your lifetime Euro pass, or Cassandra, darling? How can such a beautiful woman be such an utter turd?
Temper, folks. You're arguing almost loud enough to wake the dead. Or maybe we should strike the almost.
Why Father's Day? Because she feels guilty. Oh, Aunt Sylvia. But it's true. For more than 30 years she devoted herself to him. You might say she even worshipped his foul presence. And then on Father's Day, just 7 years ago, and every Father's Day since. 4 o'clock sharp, there she is.
That's right, kiddies. Bedelia's come home to pay her annual respects.
You could set your watch by her, Henry.
Every year on Father's Day, like clockwork.
She'll meditate for an hour, then join us four for a nice baked ham dinner. We four who owe her so much. Correct, children?
But not even that bottle of instant amnesia in your hand can blot out the sound of his cane. Can it, Bedelia? The cane. That was what finally drove you to it, wasn't it? The steady clack, clack, clack.
I want my cake, Bedelia. Where's my cake? Clack, clack, clack of his cane on the arms of his wheelchair. It's Father's Day. I want my cake. Clack, clack, clack. Looks like Bedelia's getting just a teeny bit aggravated. Well, she's got a good reason. Clack, clack, clack.
You see, kiddies, when Bedelia told her father she had gotten engaged, Nathan Graham made a phone call. Clack, clack, clack. And saw that Bedelia's beloved was welcomed into the family with a bang. We know about these hunting accidents, don't we, kiddies? Well, also does Bedelia. Clack, clack, clack. She remembers the morgue, the stench of formaldehyde. Clack, clack, clack. And the terrible question.
Can you identify this man as Peter Richard Yarborough, your fiancé? Oh, God, no. Clack, clack, clack.
Yes, kiddies, Bedelia surely does remember.
I want my cake, Bedelia. Where's my cake?
And while Nate never did get his cake on that Father's Day 7 years ago,
where's my Father's Day cake? I want it, I want it.
He got one hell of a surprise.
Bedelia, no. Right, kiddies? Happy Father's Day, Daddy. We'll have the cake later, okay? Okay. You shouldn't have had Peter killed, but happy Father's Day anyway, Daddy. Happy.
And now, in the Grantham family graveyard.
Daddy, I'm so sorry, but you should have let me have Peter. You didn't have to have him killed. I still would have taken care of you.
Too late, Bedelia. It's starting to look as if...
I just got so mad, you know. I think it was the sound of the cane.
Daddy will soon be taking care of you.
It got into my head and I couldn't think. And anyway, Daddy, I miss you. So happy Father's Day. Oh my God.
Where's my cake, Bedelia? It's Father's Day. I want my cake.
No, stay back. You're dead. Dead.
I want it. It's mine.
Dead.
Where's my Father's Day cake? I want my cake. I'm going to have it.
Shall I glaze the ham now, ma'am? You'd better wait another 5 minutes, Miss Danvers. She's late. Perhaps she's fallen asleep, Richard. You'd better go out and check. I don't want to go out there. Place gives me the creeps. I'll go, Aunt Sylvia. Would you, Henry? How sweet. Sweet, my Fanny. If I hadn't got out of there soon, I think I would have barfed.
That's right. Hank Brown knows the old bag. Anything to worm your way into Aunt Sylvia's good graces.
Aunt Bedelia, Richard was right. It is creepy out here. Miss Grantham, are you... Bedelia's bottle. Empty. Right here at the foot of Nate's grave. Funny, theirs all loose. Like it was dug up recently, or... what? It has been dug up. Can't get my footing. Falling.
Better get out of there quick, Hank, baby.
All the clumsy... What's that you're grabbing? A brand new jacket, too. Gotta pull myself out of here.
Meet Aunt Bedelia, Hank. We knew you'd dig her up. If you looked long enough, didn't we, kiddies?
Oh, God, Bedelia. It's rolled on top of me. Can't move. The headstone. It moved? Oh, God, it's tilting. It's gonna... Good Lord, no. Nate!
Well, Hank didn't know that Aunt Bedelia's visit was going to become such a grave matter.
And approaching the house.
It looks like you just can't keep a hungry man down.
Where's my cake? Where's he? I'm hungry and I want my dinner, Richard. Go find him. You find him. He's your husband. Besides, I think he's a hick. Richard, well, I do. He's a hick. Richard, well, I do. He's a hick. If you're going to use that sort of language, you'll have to excuse me. I'll find Henry. Miss Danvers, have you seen
It's Father's Day, and I want my cake, and I mean to have it. It's Father's Day.
Richard, did you? Yes, it came from the kitchen. Oh, my God.
It's Father's Day, and I got my own cake. Happy Father's Day to me.
Oh, my Lord.
Now that's what I call a twist ending, eh, kiddies? Nate did all the twisting, and Sylvia ended. Poor old girl just lost her head and went all to pieces. But the worst part came when old Nate blew out Cass and Richard's candles. Poof! But why hang around here while my next terror tale awaits?